I was recently there and decreed 300 decrees over the White House in front of it in this park. Dutch and I have prayed there together with other apostles, and an angel of the Lord met with us there, telling us that we needed to pray for mercy.
Let's interrupt Tim here just for a second. I want to point out the deception here. Notice his casual and relaxed mentioning of, this is the place, one time where we met an angel of the Lord, and it's no big deal. We meet angels all the time because we're pretty important and stuff. And, for us, it's just business as usual because we're so awesome. So meeting angels, just a typical day because we're so tight with the Lord and such. And just so natural. And everyone in the crowd, they're all like, really? Did that really happen? And they're getting excited because Tim here is building up to something. This is the next tale in fantasy. So let's let him continue.
That was the spot where I was at. Again, in the dream, it was July 4th. I look to my right and I see a man coming towards me, maybe 100, 150 yards away, and he's carrying a tree trunk under one arm. It was probably 12 foot long, something like that, 1.5 feet in diameter. And I'm thinking, as I see this man approaching me, I'm thinking, there's no man that can carry a tree trunk that big. It's a log.
Oh, I'm very upset with you, Tim Sheets. You are insulting my muscles by you lying to the crowd, saying that no man can carry a tree. Look at me. I'm sweaty and muscular, and these trees are no problem for a manly man like me. Perhaps it's you who has the problem because you're built like a girly man with your jiggly soft body and your chubby belly. Please stop. Stop using me in your fake fantasies and stop lying to the people so you can steal their money and shipwreck their faith. If you don't stop lying, I will hunt you down and terminate you.
I'll be back.
And I thought it has to be an angel. And as he got closer, I could see that it was an angel, and it was a seraph, or in the seraphim order. I talked a bit about that last night, because last summer a seraphim was given to us, and it has been here every service. It is here now. He is here now.
Notice how he slips in old portions of fantasy with new fantasies. Oh, and by the way, remember that time last year we were given the seraphim angel? That's right. We were given a seraphim angel, and he's here right now. He might be sitting next to you. See, this is just exquisite storytelling. And people in the audience, they probably started looking around going, wait, I think I saw him over in the corner. No, he's back in the third row. It's just unreal. The talent of deception that the Sheets Boys has is amazing.
Very big, very muscular, and I described that last night. He carried this huge log under his arm, and he came towards me, and he came up right in front of me and just stood there, stood there, and stared at me. Amazingly, I felt no fear in this dream. It was just like, well, that's what this is. This is the way this is going to be. It's a part of the dream. Finally, I said to him, why are you carrying that tree trunk? And he answered me like how a soldier speaks. And he said to me, sir, it's not a tree trunk. It's a battering ram, sir. And I then said, well, what are you doing with that? What are you going to do with this tree trunk, soldier? Because now I started talking to him in this dream like a soldier talks. I'm talking back to him that way. And he said, there are 4 of us, sir. We're surrounding the White House to break down the protections of Lucifer that are protecting the roots of Baal hidden inside of it. And then I said to him, well, why have you revealed yourself to me? And he said, sir, permission to proceed. And in this dream, I said, soldier, proceed. Now,
and the crowd applauds for absolute fantasy. But this is the payoff for Tim the narcissist. What he's just revealed to the crowd in his ridiculous, childish, comic book fantasy is that in the spirit world, he, Tim Sheets, and his brother Dutch Sheets, well, they're in control. They're the ones in control. They're running the show. They're the commanders who are commanding the forces, to include angels, by the way, who are waiting for Tim to issue orders. It's just unbelievable. Because the Sheets boys, they're the heroes of today. It's all about them. Them. You understand that? It's them. They're the ones that are going to restore everything back to, well, better than normal. It's the Sheets boys. Now, the level of vanity, the level of self-love, self-admiration, self-adulation, self-absorption, self-obsession, conceit, self-centeredness, egocentricity, and egomania is immeasurable. Look at this buffoon. Now, some of you might think that I'm being mean, but this man is stealing glory. He's heaping glory unto himself and his brother. That glory belongs to Jesus Christ. And this man stands before a brainwashed crowd who applauds his ridiculous fake fantasy dream where he put Arnold Schwarzenegger in the middle of it. And this is real life. This is what we're seeing in the end times. Now in 2 Timothy chapter 3, just read the first couple of verses here. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Look at verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And you can read this entire chapter. I virtually read this almost every week on my live stream. And it is so true. This is what you're hearing from Tim Sheets. Now, what you don't hear is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that's because these fellas, especially the Sheets boys, they're con artists. And they're Christian nationalists. They are interested in restoring the wealth of the United States, the economy, the presidency of Donald Trump. That's what they want. And so they use God merely as a character to that fantasy. And therefore, they are shipwrecking the faith of anyone who will listen to them. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions worldwide. And this is where the damage is done. So certainly pray for this man that he would repent of his dastardly and fake ministry and come to the truth of Jesus Christ.